This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Crosby with the extra point. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Stoddard up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
First down, Lions.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
He's checking, he's checking. SOS.
Now Haskins on first down. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line football. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. This is Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13. After 7.
158. 40 the mark. Here we go. Kill. Kill. Turn up. Plant. I'm scared. Chest.
Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Now Crosby for the point after. And he puts it through.
Makes the score. Packers 14. Lions 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
After on the 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
something. Here we go. Kill.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yeah. 58 for Mike, 58.
3rd down, here's Haskins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Jack Fox now. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 87 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Lions.
58 to Mike. Hey, keep it, hey, no, keep it waiting.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He completes it to Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 9.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Joshua Perkins. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
13 yards, first down, Packers. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught by Jones. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
61, match box,
On second down, Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
You got time right there. 49, check 49. Whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel. Joker.
Haskins looking to throw on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about.
And he's going to go down again. Christian Jones giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Look, we're doing it. Slam. Check.
And Instead, they want to throw it off play action. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. It's taken to the 26. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the Packers' 27-yard line.
On the ready. Mike 51. Mike 51. Go. 6. Pull it out. Check 31. Check 31. Slam. 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 Go, go. Mike 51. In your face.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Haskins to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They can't hang with us. Check. Lock.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
51, Mike. Watch the run. Go, Mike.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
2 yards down the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
51 to Mike. Time to go. Over. Go. 51. You ain't going nowhere.
From just shy of midfield. Haskins. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready? 51, Mike 51. Come on, D. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
On first down, Haskins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Haskins to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This complete to Jones. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Let's go. 58's the mic. 58. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit him with a big play.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Get that ball. Right there. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Box it.
They'll go with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
First down, Detroit.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Check 99. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
It's just me and you.
On second down, it's Jones. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
It's coming again.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Again, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
He's going to get it running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Get 300. Get 300. Yes.
Now watch run.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Crosby puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Check. Switch.
Now it's Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. It's caught. Jones. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Mike 51. Watch the car.
Throwing now is Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep down, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Hey, let's go. All day, just like that.
Haskins to throw. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Team 18.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
No. 319.
Stay with your man.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for the Packers, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.